Hello to all the League fans. Today I'll be talking about Griffin's strategy and how it differs on blue and red side, and where lies the beauty of Griffin's strategy. First, let's talk about the blue side. On the blue side, based on the blue side's geological advantage to the Herald and on the advantage to the Baron in terms of warding, Griffin utilizes this on the blue side by consistently picking Alistar, who is excellent for roams and safe warding. During the bot lane recall timing, Alistar recalls secretly in the bush a few seconds earlier than the enemy support, buys the mobility boots and heads straight to the Herald to create an instant number advantage near the objective. And if Tarzan starts the Herald at this timing, with the few seconds Alistar bought by recalling earlier than the enemy support, and with the mobility boot advantage, they can take down the Herald almost guaranteed. With this Snowball takes 320 gold instantly from the tower, nullifying the meaning of Jace pick being able to pressure the opponent. Once again, this Snowball leads to Urgot taking down the tower faster than Jace, and even after switching lanes with bottom, he is able to take down the bot tower faster than Jace. With this Snowball, Griffin now has about 3,000 gold advantage by the end of this. Now this has been Griffin's strategy in the laning phase, but more important strategy comes up, which is why they picked Alistar in the first place. Did you catch it? They did manage to pick off Jace in the bot lane, but Griffin didn't even have vision on the enemy jungler. And with the Griffin style of engaging only in cases where it is guaranteed one-sided advantage, this scene seems a bit off to me. And this fight wasn't a bad trade for Afrika either, and on the surface it just seems like Griffin made a move haphazardly. Well, in truth it wasn't. Take a close look at Alistar. When he pings that he is headed to the red buff area, Tarzan ults to cut off the enemy's vision, while at the same time diving to the opposite side, gaining all 5 of Afrika members aggro towards the bottom. In the meantime, Alistar gets busy taking all the vision near the red buff. In this window, Alistar succeeds in taking control of the vision near the red buff area and the Baron. Not to mention, he installs a ward right here on the minimap. But why this particular place? This ward, at this time of the game, is placed so deeply that it's hard for Afrika to even suspect. In other words, players normally check the vision near the Baron or near the red buff, and not this place, which is too deep. So they are unlikely to use a lens on this area. This means that the ward will make it to the next teamfight, and this actually unfolds in the next teamfight as well. If Sword TPs on that ward right there, Afrika's players' screens are focused over here to the Baron. As you all know, when you teleport to a ward, the TP is visible on the screen, but unless your screen is already in a place with the ward included, it doesn't appear on the minimap except the ward itself, which means that Afrika right now doesn't know that the teamfight has already begun. And as soon as Urgot's TP is complete, if Tarzan cuts off the vision, preventing Jace from knowing how the teamfight is going, it's almost impossible for Jace to teleport to a place that won't endanger him instantly. From Afrika's perspective, they either have to escape this nightmare only by themselves, or fight their way out of this teamfight outnumbered. Rather than this teamfight itself, I find it more noteworthy Tarzan's fake play drawing aggro to the bottom lane beforehand. Tarzan's play, from Griffin's perspective, didn't score a one-sided lead, but it was on purpose to draw attention rather than to pick off Jace, designing their teamfight beforehand way before it actually happened. On the red side, they use a variant version of drawing enemies aggro. Did you see it? It's another aggro draw from Yorick. Right after Yorick warded the bush, he pushes the top lane hard. That in turn draws the enemy jungler to the top lane. and as soon as the enemy jungle is spotted by this ward, Tarzan and Chovy make their run towards the bottom lane. By drawing aggro through Yorick, planning it from the picks and ban phase, which is why Griffin picked Yorick, not just because he was good in the meta. With top having a strong laning pushing ability, mid and jungle champs having strength and tower dives, and bot duo champs having the ability to push the lane whenever they want, Griffin meant to design this fight from the picks and ban phase. Great players and great teams alike, they build a strategy where if the opponent isn't watching closely enough, they can never see what's fooling them. Ranking first on ESPN's power ranks for weeks, Griffin is no exception. Besides the ones that were mentioned, Griffin has too many delicate strategies to cover them all, but this is all I've prepared for today.
스킬 좀 대충 쓰지 마요, CV맥스! 보고 써요, 보고! 그냥 대충 그냥 적당히 유리하니까 그렇게 하면 못 끝냅니다, 이거 게임. 에이!
Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, guys.